Hey guys, welcome to the Popcorn List. I'm here with Selena Gomez, star of the new film Monte Carlo. Selena, very nice to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Cool. So first things off, I hear you're a bit of a basketball fan.
I am.
Are you also a Mavs fan?
Here's the thing.
Oh boy, here we go.
Obviously, I was born and raised in Dallas.
Right.
But I was raised as a Spurs fan.
Oh,
So-
I was dreading you saying Spurs fan.
Really?
I was
Why?
dreading it because the Mavs just won. The Mavs.
But here's the I'm very proud of the Mavs. I
Yeah.
think they deserved it. I watched every game, and
That's very
I was
cool.
very, very happy for them. I thought Dirk deserved it.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad you're sticking to your guns, even though you're a Spurs fan. Well, that's all the questions I had. Thanks, sir.
Nice.
Now, let's talk about Monte Carlo. So, this film, I mean, very great film. You guys had some amazing locations. I mean,
Yes.
Budapest and Paris. I mean, what was that like? Have you filmed overseas before?
No, that was the first experience. I'd traveled to Europe before for promotion stuff, but they were so quick. So basically saying that I've lived in Europe for 7 weeks was a really fun experience. And
Right.
Budapest was where we spent most of the time, and it was a very cool experience to see the culture and the food and the people. And then we
Right.
shot in Paris for a week, which was, of course, beautiful.
I'm
Every
sure,
girl
right?
loves Paris. And then we went to Monte Carlo, which
Oh, of course.
which was beautiful as well. And I got to bring 2 of my girlfriends, which was nice. So.
That's fun. And didn't you guys stay in the Hotel de Paris, if I'm not mistaken?
We did, but we left. I was there for 2 days and I left.
Really?
It was way too fancy for me.
It was too fancy.
Yeah,
you're too
because
cool.
you're in Monte Carlo, you're in the beaches, and whenever I'm on like vacation or not working, I'm like in shorts and bathing suit. That's
Yeah,
how
relaxed.
I usually am. But they would wear ball gowns at these hotels. Like They
Really?
would walk in with gowns and just all get up, like
Oh
how
my
it is
gosh.
in the movie, basically.
Exactly,
how
right?
Cordelia walks in. That's how they are there. So it's a little too fancy for me.
Really? So you're not? I mean, of course, Thomas Bazooka, the director, knows his way through fashion and everything like that. And I was nudged by the female I was watching the film with. Oh my gosh, that's such and such. Which I don't know fashion that well, but
Exactly.
I mean, was it still very nice? I mean, you guys looked great.
Thank you. It was good. No, I love dressing up. I definitely loved the wardrobe that Cordelia wore, just because she was different than any other heiress. I mean, when you think of heiress, you probably think of something a little bit more seductive or,
Yeah.
less clothing, or at least that's how I envision it. I feel like it's kind of, all about being wanted or desired. But
That's true.
I like how she was a little bit high fashion, and
That's
she
true.
wore like intense clothes. It was nice.
Right? And you do play, of course, 2 roles in the film. I mean, was that difficult playing Cordelia? She's kind of stuck up. Not like you. You seem
Oh,
nicer than her.
thanks. It wasn't difficult. It was a challenge. It was really fun. I got to be someone else, and I got to really be mean, which is just
Cool.
fun, to be honest. It was cool to be able to pretend to be mean. And of course, there were times whenever we'd say cut where I'd go back and I'd be like, I'm so sorry. Because
I
I
don't mean
hate
that.
I know, I do, especially when I had to do the slap in the movie.
Oh,
That
right.
was horrible. We probably did like 27 takes of that.
Really?
Because they all said it just looked like me tapping him.
Oh,
I
you had
didn't
to
want to
lay
hurt
him.
him. It got to the point where he was just like, "Would you slap me already?" I was like, "Okay, I just feel bad."
Well, I mean, he could take it. He's French.
Yeah, exactly.
He could obviously take it, but I mean, that's very cool. And this film is definitely one of the things I noticed is definitely a very girls in Texas will love this movie.
I hope so.
So much. I mean, when I was in the screening, every time they said Texas, they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that something that was in the script before, or was it something that was kind of added, or?
No, that was actually in the script. She was from Texas, and it worked out perfectly because when I met
cool.
with Tom, who directed the film, I knew everything, and they actually asked me like how the people in the diner should dress, and they were like, should we put them in cowboy boots and stuff? I was like, no,
yeah.
I mean the girls are pretty like
Yeah.
low key, like the popular girls. That's how I envisioned them in Texas. So it's like, I don't know. I thought they did a good job of portraying Texas.
I'd say so. I was pretty proud of the representation. I was like, all right, cool.
Me too.
Even though you did still rock those cowboy boots later on in your gown, which
I did, which was still fun
I'm sure it was.
and much more comfortable than heels.
Oh yeah. What was the line? If they're not hurting, they're not helping.
Exactly. That's exactly. Well, that's Katie, though. That's not me.
I know the things women do for fashion.
Basically.
Ridiculous. But this film is of course Blossom Films, which is Nicole Kidman's thing. How did you come involved with Monte Carlo?
Well, I had worked on Ramona and Beezus, which is a Fox project, and the producers who are a part of Monte Carlo were very sweet. And when they were developing Monte Carlo with Nicole and Tom, they had me in mind from Ramona
Cool.
and Beezus. So basically, it was an association and working on Ramona, and I guess they really liked my work. So I was lucky enough that they called me and talked to me about the project, and I loved it.
Right? I could definitely see why you love. I mean, going to Budapest and Paris. I mean,
Can't complain. It was nice.
definitely cannot. I mean, but how is it like working with all these different producers? A lot of big names, producers, and I mean, different directors. I mean, how is it working with Thomas specifically?
Tom was great,
Really?
just because I think I was probably the actress that took the most takes. I
Really?
probably was the one that he probably had to work on a little bit more.
I'm
But
surprised. It turns out well in the film. You
thank
never know.
you. But
Yeah.
that's what I wanted anyhow. I mean, Katie and Leighton are a little
Mm.
bit older, and they're probably more. I mean, they are more experienced than myself. So
Mm.
it takes me a minute to kind of get used to it. So I was very lucky. He worked with me very well, and he was an actor's director for sure.
That's
He
cool.
nurtured us and loved the characters and just wanted to make me feel comfortable. So I was very lucky.
It definitely comes across. You guys have a really good chemistry. You guys,
Thank
kind of
you.
seem like you're, very, very cool, very chummy. So that's always
The
nice.
girls were great.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
because it's tricky. You think three girls in a lead, you're all kind of like,
Right?
oh boy. But they were the best. They were so sweet and they took me under their wing. It was nice.
That's cool. And this is definitely kind of a very girl-centric film. It's a very female-empowered film, females getting out there. Is there anything that you want specifically, like girls or, Texas girls, to like kind of take away from the film?
I think there's a moment in every girl's life, especially at my age now and in the film. I feel like there's that moment where you would think that your life would be better if you weren't yourself.
Right.
I know I used to feel that way. So the film and the message behind it is really sweet. You have this opportunity to live someone else's life who you think is better. She's got money and she's got all these clothes, but
Yeah.
in reality, she's just happy with being herself and the goals and things that she wants to do in her life. So I think
cool.
that's a great message, and I hope that Texas enjoys the innuendos and all the fun things that we have about Texas.
They definitely do. Every time Texas was
Good.
mentioned, people were just cheering, crazy,
Yay,
crazy.
good.
But I mean, speaking of that and like all different, the ambiance of it, that necklace, I have to ask, is that necklace real?
Everybody asks that. Actually, it is a real duplicate of a Bulgari necklace that is $3 million.
Ah,
But I did not
Right.
wear that.
okay.
I wore a
That's
duplicate.
good.
That
I
was
would have been
fake.
scared to
I
trip
was
or something.
Terrified.
Right?
So because when they told me, I was like, please tell me I do not have to wear that. So I'm assuming they'd have to be like security guards around me. all the time.
Yes.
But it was actually really good. I wore the duplicate and it was nice and it looked just like the original. So
That's very nice. And of course, you guys do look very, very elegant in the film.
Thank you.
Definitely, the film is Monte Carlo. And it comes in July 1st, right?
yes, July 1st.
All right. We'll definitely make sure that everyone gets to see it.
Thank you.
And don't you have a new CD coming out as well?
I do, yeah. June 28th, my third album comes out. I had to
Okay.
count for a second.
Right.
Comes out. I'm very excited, and I'll be on tour. So I have a very exciting summer. I'm very, very happy and blessed.
Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, we've been sitting down here with Selena Gomez. The film is Monte Carlo, and it's theaters July 1st. You check it out.